This is Prayerline, your weekly inspiration to help you pray for student movements around the world.
Cutting back thorns. Dear friends, warm greetings as we start 2026, a new year with new possibilities for growth in God's kingdom. I recently revisited the parable of the sower, Luke chapter 8 verses 4 to 15, and have since been reflecting on the different possibilities for the seed and how they relate to our work among students. In many countries, it has for years felt like the seed of the gospel has often fallen along the path or on rocky ground of campuses, consequently snatched away or failing to take root. But today, we have a growing sense that the soil of this generation is more fertile. Many places have been witnessing an increase in spiritual openness, although it exists alongside deep anxieties and various pressures. This is why I was particularly struck by these words from the parable. The seed that fell among thorns stands for those who hear, but as they go on their way, they are choked by life's worries, riches, and pleasures, and they do not mature. Students may be responding to the gospel, but widespread worries and digital distractions can often choke their spiritual growth and prevent maturity. That's why, as we start this year, I invite you to pray for the vitality of our students and national movements, that together, as a fellowship, we can help each other tackle the threat of those thorns. I'd like to ask especially for your prayers around two initiatives. Over the past 18 months, we've intentionally listened to our movements and what they're saying about the culture shift among the new generation of students, Gen Z. This has led us to launch a dedicated Gen Z webpage that hosts various reflections and resources, including the recently published Gen Z Insights report. In the coming months, we hope that the material there will spark honest conversations and prayerful reflection across the fellowship. And we're also looking forward to the findings of a task force that's exploring how to support staff workers who are discipling the new generation. Let's give thanks for this growing suite of resources from across the fellowship. Pray that it will help movements faithfully reimagine student ministry among a generation that's spiritually open, yet often overwhelmed. Pray that shared conversations and ministry collaborations will enable each movement to thrive in this new climate. As we reflected on our movement's responses to last year's ministry survey, I was curious to see whole life witness emerge as an area that could be strengthened. Enabling students to relate the gospel to life's worries, riches, and pleasures is surely essential if we're to avoid maturity in Christ being choked. What's more, the formation of disciples who shine in every area of life will be a powerful witness among Gen Z, with its longing for what's real and authentic. That's why I'm delighted that the theme for Global Giving Day 2026 is Radiant, reflecting Jesus' call to let our light shine, Matthew 5:16. As students, staff, churches and supporters unite again in generosity, they'll fund ministry that forms disciples who live out a brighter vision for life. Give thanks for growing participation in IFES Global Giving Day. Please pray that this year's theme will strike a chord that resonates with many. Ask that the Lord will use it to substantially boost initiatives that are cultivating whole life witness. Overall, I find the parable of the sower helpfully realistic and hopeful as we head into 2026. Through students, we will sow the word far and wide across campuses. That is our calling. Sadly, some seeds won't take root or will wither. Some may be choked. But by God's grace, there is another possibility. Those who hear the word, retain it, and by persevering produce a crop. God is faithful. By his grace, fruitfulness is an option. So let's be hopeful. As IFES supports our students, graduates, and movements, may they be empowered to cut back the thorns, so that today's fertile ground may indeed be good soil on which we can thrive together. In Christ, Tim.
Thanks for listening to Prayerline. To have stories delivered fresh to your inbox each week, join our Prayerline mailing list by going to ifesworld.org.